Hey friends, how are you today? Good afternoon. I want to talk to you about love today. Actually, I want to talk to you about loving the unlovable, the unlovely, those that can get underneath our skin. When you jump on, say hello to me. Let me know where you're watching from. And thank you for being here. I know that you've got a lot to do in your day, and for you to just jump on and say hello, I appreciate that. Do you feel like it's hard to love people sometimes? Family, friends, co-workers, neighbors, the list could go on, right? Sometimes it is just plain hard to love, isn't it? Because that person gets underneath your skin, they have a difference of an opinion, they just don't jive with you, they're doing something that you don't agree with, and they just are. Sometimes people are just plain ugly to you. They are not kind to you. They have harsh words to say against you. They mistreat you. You know, all of those instances can definitely cause us to not want to love that person. But you know what? That's wrong. That is wrong on our behalf. We don't have to subject ourselves to that type of behavior. We don't have to put ourselves in the line of fire. We can set our boundaries and we can love safely. You know, even on the cross, as Jesus was dying, there with two criminals beside him, he showed love in that he forgave the one that repented. And he said, on this day you will be by my side in heaven, in paradise. And so that is loving the unlovely, the unlovable, to the extent, y'all. And to even look down from the cross and say, Father, forgive them, they do not know what they do. I mean, to have that type of love and compassion, God calls us to the same thing. And even as he was speaking for the Sermon on the Mount, I'm going to give you from Matthew and from Luke what he taught us. He says in Matthew chapter 6, or excuse me, this is Matthew chapter 5, starting in verse 43. You have heard that the law says, love your neighbor and hate your enemy. But I say, love your enemies. Pray for those who persecute you. In that way you will be acting as true children of the Father in heaven. For he gives sunlight to both the evil and the good, and he sends rain on the just and the unjust alike. If you love only those who love you, what reward is there for you? Even corrupt tax collectors do that much. If you are kind only to your friends, how are you different from anyone else? Even pagans do that, but you are to be perfect, even as your Father in heaven is perfect. And then in Luke chapter 6, starting in verse 27, but to you who are willing to listen, I say, love your enemies, do good to those who hate you. That's going to be kind of hard, isn't it? That's kind of hard sometimes when somebody is not being kind to you, yet you're going to get out there and love them anyway. Bless those who curse you. Pray for those who hurt you. Have you been hurt recently? Oh my goodness, I could just go on and on and on. A list of the hurts from family and friends and people that we think should love you, should be kind to you. But we're all human beings and we all fall short. But you need to love them back. If someone slaps you on the cheek, offer the other cheek also. If someone demands your coat, offer your shirt also. Give to anyone who asks, and when things are taken away from you, don't try to get them back. Do to others as you would like them done to you. If you love only those who love you, why should you get credit for that? Even sinners love those who love them. And if you do only good to those who do good to you, why should you get such a credit? Even sinners do that much. And if you lend money only to those who can repay you, why should you get credit? Even sinners lend to other sinners for a full return. Love your enemies. Be good to them. Lend to them without expecting to be repaid. Then your reward from heaven will be very great, and you will truly be acting as children of the Most High, for he is kind to those who are unthankful and wicked. You must be compassionate, just as your Father is compassionate. Y'all, Those are big words. That's a big request, isn't it? That's what Jesus said we are supposed to do. You know, we are supposed to love God, and then we are supposed to love our neighbors as ourselves. That's very, very hard to do. Sometimes people don't grasp what true love really is. We'll say we love someone, yet we don't show love towards them, right? And then we can be hurt, and we have a cycle of pain that goes on because we want to hurt them back, and we want to make them pay. We want to make them feel bad because they have hurt us. We want to neglect them because they have hurt us. But have you ever thought perhaps that maybe they're hurting because generally hurt people, right? Hurting people will hurt people. And so the way to stop that cycle and to feel somebody and heal them, help them through what they're going through is true love. And this is what is true love. 1 Corinthians 13, verse 4, love is patient and kind. Love is not jealous or boastful or proud or rude. It does not demand its own way. It is not irritable, and it keeps no record of being wronged. It does not rejoice about injustice, but rejoices whenever the truth wins out. Love never gives up. Love never loses hope, is always hopeful, and endures through every circumstance. That's 1 Corinthians 13, 4 through 7. That's love, you guys. And today I encourage you, even if you feel that the person in your path is unlovable, show love anyway, because that's what Jesus did for you. Have a blessed day.